We are the Gujarat Technological University. Since its inception over a decade ago, GTU has been empowering young and curating minds to realize their true potential. Over 4 lakh inspired students are enrolled with one of the premier academic universities in India. With more than 450 affiliated colleges in its fold operating across 5 zones of the state, GTU, the International Innovative University, your place to move forward.
Yes, welcome back, dear students. Management education. We are moving towards our next session. It's all about the technical training. Before we start what is all about technical training, before we understand what is all about technical training, we just try to understand what is actually the basic skills needed to perform particular training. How many basic trainings that we have to perform during the performance. That we will discuss in the first, and afterwards we will definitely discuss what is all about technical training. And yes, as a part of the components of management development, technical training is the third component. Management training and experience that we have already discussed in the last session. Before we start what is all about, first we just clarify what is all about regarding skills and technical training. Workplace competencies. Competencies are the behaviorally defined characteristics which underpin effective and superior performance across a range of tasks. Workplace competencies focus on individuals instead of the organization. Unit of measure is people rather than the business. Most workplace competencies are typically specific to the position. Competent is when a person is qualified to perform to a requisite standard of the process of a job, while competence means the condition of being competent. So, my dear students, please differentiate these two terms, competent as well as competence. Competent is when a person is qualified to perform to a requisite standard of the processes of job, while competence means the condition of being competent. Essential workplace competencies: self-responsibility, communication, mindfulness, productivity, leadership, having a good interpersonal relationship, and proactive. Yes. Categories of skill and training programs. In your syllabus, technical training is the main important portion in your syllabus, but as a part of the study we have to discuss these three technical categories of skill and training programs. So please, dear students, focus on the line. Technical training is a part of skill and training program, and skill and training program is a part of the components of management development. So technical training, third component of management development, that we will discuss later on. First, we start with the basic skills or literacy program. Basic skills literacy programs means what? Literacy skills are the skills needed for reading and writing. They include such things as awareness of the sounds of language, awareness of print, and the relationship between letters and sounds. Other literacy skills include vocabulary, spelling, and comprehension. A literacy program contains all the components necessary for you to master reading and writing. But we feel that no matter what program is popular at the time, an effective literacy program should always encompass 6 basic components: phonemic, awareness, phonics, vocabulary, fluency, comprehension, and writing. These are the categories of literacy skills under the heading of categories of skill program. First, prose literacy, second, document literacy, and third, quantitative literacy. Prose literacy: the knowledge and skills needed to perform prose tasks. Examples include editorials, news stories, brochures, and instructional materials. While document literacy means what? The knowledge and the skills needed to perform document tasks. Examples include job applications, payroll forms, transportation schedules, maps, tables, and drugs or food labels. While third category of the literacy skill, it's all about the quantitative literacy: the knowledge and the skills required to perform quantitative tasks. Example include balancing a checkbook, figuring out a tip, completing an order form, or determining the amount. Yes, how to design in-house basic skill literacy programs. In-house training is the daily responsibility of supervisors and employees. Supervisors are ultimately responsible for the productivity and therefore the training of their subordinates. These supervisors should be taught the techniques of good training. They must be aware of the knowledge and the skills necessary to make a productive employee. In-house training programs are usually delivered by company staff, frequently by a part or full-time trainer. Employers either develop their own pre-packaged training programs. There are many outside training sources, including consultants, technical and vocational schools, continuing education programs, Chamber of Commerce and Economic Development groups. Selecting an outside source for training has advantages and disadvantages. The biggest advantage is that these organizations are well versed with training techniques, while the disadvantage of using outside training specialists is their limited knowledge of the company's product or service and customer needs. Yes, here is the main concept, main topic, most important concept for the exam point of view. As a term, it may be asked as a 7 marks, and as a short note, it may be asked in 7 marks. Technical training. First, we discussed about the basic idea regarding the basic skill literacy program under the heading of categories of skill. Second, it's all about the technical training. Technical training is a third component of the management development, and second, basic skill under the heading of categories of skill. Technical training can be defined as a structured learning environment to improve workplace performance in ways that are aligned with bottom-line business goals. It includes both hard and soft skills. Categorization is as under: apprenticeship training programs, computer training programs, technical skills and knowledge training, safety training, and last one, quality training. We'll discuss one by one. With this, we can easily put the end of this short notice technical training. And third one, it's all about the interpersonal skill training under the heading of third category of the skill or literacy program that we'll discuss in the next session. So in this session, we will definitely discuss what is all about technical training, how many categories, how many types rather, and what is actually it. First, apprenticeship training programs. Apprenticeship is a skill training program wherein a person is engaged by a company as an apprentice and gains classroom learning for a short period followed by on-the-job training. An apprenticeship is a system of training a new generation of practitioners of a trade or a profession with on-the-job training and often some accompanying study. In others, can be offered a permanent job at the company that provided the placement. These are the positive outcomes of a successful apprentice program: attract adequate number of highly qualified applicants, reduce absenteeism, reduce turnover, increase productivity, decrease cost of training, facilitate compliance with federal and state equal employment opportunities requirements, enhance problem-solving ability of craft workers, and ensure versatility of craft workers. Second category of technical training, computer training programs. The rise of computers at work has not only increased the need for computer skills training but also created now training formats. CBT, that is computer based training, is interactive, self-paced instruction using software teaching tools. CBT can take a variety of forms. Some employers have formed software libraries containing copies of different tutorial programs that trainees can check out to work on at home. Other companies have staffed computer labs where employees can drop by to practice with personal assistants available if needed. Computer trainer qualification are as follows: computer expertise, understanding of the applications being taught, a sound education background that will help them to develop a meaningful curriculum, effective documentation materials, and user trust. Flexibility to adjust classes to meet specific user needs or issues in computer skill training, self-efficacy, cognitive playfulness, and most important, training form. Third, technical skill or knowledge training under the heading of categorization of technical training. Technical skill training focuses on the development of the technical skills necessary for success in the sporting activity. Technical skill training is an HR practice which focuses on the acquisition of knowledge and skills that are fundamental for performing one's primary tasks, duties, and responsibilities. Many such programs are built into employee orientation and socialization programs and are part of ongoing efforts to enhance job knowledge, task efficiency, customer service interactions, and other important outcomes. Technical skill training is done in order to enhance the necessary skills and knowledge required to accomplish each employee's task and the ability to detect problems in order to make improvements. Third main category, that is safety training. A safety training program helps a trainer keep the required OSHA mandatory safety training courses organized and up to date. An effective training program can reduce the number of injuries and deaths, property damage, legal liability, illness, workers' compensation claims, and missed time from. The effectiveness of the safety training can be assessed by determining whether the safety standards and behaviors are being practiced or not. Here are the 10 steps towards an effective safety program. With this, you can easily implement safety training program in your organization. Determine the training objective, create a trainee profile, determine an outline of the subject matter, expand the outline, develop training based on the outlines, test the training on experts, test the training on actual trainees, determine usability, understandability, and effectiveness, correct the training content, and evaluate testing. Fourth categorization of technical training, it's all about the quality training. It is targeted at top and middle management as well as supervisors and operatives. The contents and methods taught to each group are same, only the structure is different. The important part of quality training is the training of quality facilitators who support the quality training in their own companies and thereafter facilitate the ongoing TQM improvement process. Here are the factors with reference to quality training under the heading of fourth category of the technical training. Quality mindedness, knowledge of quality and its control, and quality skills. The aim of quality training programs include on-the-job training and specially planned courses to meet specific needs. Quality training program is generally planned by the quality control. Yes. Part 3. It's all about the interpersonal skills training under the heading of third categorization of skill training program that we'll discuss in the next session. So, after the completion of the technical training, most important concept, most important question for exam point of views are: first, management development as a short note, as a term; management education, first component; second, management training and experience, second component; and most important, technical training. It's all about the third component of the management development. These are the most important questions for the exam point of view. As a term, it may be asked as 7 marks. As a question, in 7 marks, it may be asked. So, with this interpersonal skills training, we'll discuss later on in the next session, in the very next session rather. Yes, see you soon. Thank you so much, dear students. Bye.